What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're drawing a sketch illustration of Obito Uchiha from Naruto. For today's lesson we'll be sketching on top of plain white sketch paper and using a black 4B pencil. Let's start in the center of our page and sketch a circle to define the size of the head. We'll move to the side grip. Let's start from the middle, right in the very top. Just going to lightly work our way along the left side. And then bring that in towards the middle. And then we'll do the same thing on the right side. We're just using these short lines and we're just readjusting our circle as we go. Now from here we want to add some guidelines to our drawing. Starting from the center at the very top of our circle, sketch a line coming all the way down towards the bottom of our page. And we'll extend that up towards the top. Let's add another guideline on the side of our circle. We'll start on the left, going up. And bring that all the way down, and then do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to add some guidelines going across from left to right. Let's start right in the middle of our circle, go out toward the left, go all the way across towards the right side, add another guideline along the top of our circle, and then the bottom to create a box around our circle. Now from here, let's start blocking out the facial features. Let's start at the bottom of our circle right in the middle and sketch a circle for the tip of the nose. Go all the way around and then back up. And we'll add a smaller half circle on the side of the nose. From the outside of the nostrils, draw two straight lines going up towards that center line. And then we'll add another guideline just underneath the center line. So on the left, we'll step down, go all the way across. Now from here, we're going to block out the eyes. From this point, we're going to step down, curve the eye going up, and then out. And then we'll do the same thing on the right. From the bottom of the eyelid, draw another straight line going out towards the side of our circle. And then from the outside of the circle, we're going to step in, curve the eye coming down, and then bend that in towards that bottom line. Now from the outside corner of the eye, we're going to step up towards that center line. I'm just going to angle this down and then in. Now let's fold the inside of the brow. Starting from the left eyebrow, curve this in, and then pull that up. Let's go down to the bottom tip of the nose, step down, draw a straight line going across towards the left, and then the right. Now from here we're going to block in the upper lip. From that center point, we'll step up, curve this up towards the left, and then bend that down towards the side. Now we're going to take that and flip it over on the right, going up, and then angling this down. Let's connect the outside corners of the mouth with a curve, coming down towards the lower lip, and then bend that back up. Now I'm going to go back to the outside of that eye line, angle down, and then in towards that mouth line. Let's angle the jaw coming down towards the chin. On the left side, I'm just going to angle this down and then in towards the middle. And do the same thing on the right. Now from here, we're going to place the collar on top of the chin. From the outside of this line, I'm just going to curve this down. I'm just going to bring this down underneath the mouth and then back up on the right. Then from the outside of the collar, angle this down and in. Let's connect the bottom of the collar with another curve. Come down a little bit lower in the middle, and then bend that back up. And then from the outside corner of the collar, slope the shoulders, coming down and out. Now you want to wrap that collar in behind the head. So starting on the top left, curve this down, and then bend that in towards the jaw. Now from here, we're going to move back up and place the ears on the side of the head. From the left side, we're going to step out, draw a straight line coming down, and then we'll do the same thing on the right side. And we'll curve the ear coming down and then back in. Now you go back up to the top of the ear, curve the hair coming down, and then back in towards the side. Now from here, we're going to add some guides for the outside edge of the head. Start from the top of the ear, draw a straight line going all the way up to the line, and then do the same thing on the right. Now we connect those 2 points with a curve. We go up in the middle, round this out, and then bring that back down. Let's add another guideline for the edge of the hair. Starting on the left side of that circle, curve this up, and then bend that back down. Let's add some points of hair across the front edge of the head. Starting over on the left, start by coming down and then in, bend that up and in towards that line. Let's add another one. Coming down and in, then bend that back up. I'm going to curve in the opposite direction, going out and down, and then back up towards that top. Let's continue working over towards the right. Add another point, going out and down, pull that back up, add one more, coming around the side of the eye, and out towards the side of the head. Now I'm going to add those points along the outside of the head. Start from the top of the ear, step down, curve down and out, pull that up and in towards that line. Let's do the same thing on the right. And go back over towards the left side and work our way up towards the top. Curve this out and down, go up and in. Let's add another one, going out and down, pull this up and in. Now from here, it's going to go out and up, pull this across and in towards the top of the head, add another point, going out and then across towards the right. Now from the top of the head, we're going to work our way over towards the right. Let's go up and out, and come down towards the top of the head. Let's add another point, going out, and then back in. And we'll add a couple more along the side. Coming down and out, pull that in. We'll add one more, going out and down, and then in towards the side. Now you want to add a little bit of hair coming down underneath the earlobes. Starting on the left, come down and out, and pull that back in. And then on the right side, curve out and down, and then back in towards the jaw. Now I'm going to go back and add 2 small half circles along the top of the eyelid. Starting over on the left, I'm going to bring this down, and then bend that back up towards the top. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Now that we have a rough drawing, we're going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now at this stage, we're going to move to the tip of our pencil and start adding some details. Let's start with the inside of the left eye. Starting with the eyelid, going up, just bending that out, and we're just going to readjust the shape as we go. And we'll just thicken up the eyelid. And then just bring this down along the side. I'm going and tracing out the iris along the outside. Add the pupil in the center, and we'll just darken that up. I'm just going to add some shading along the outside of the iris. I'm just going to add some rings around the center of that pupil. Now with the side edge of our pencil, we're just going to add some thickness to the eyebrows. And then adding the detail with the tip of our pencil. Just starting along that bottom edge and just working our way out. Now just coming back across the top. And from here, I'm just going to move down and draw on the tip of the nose, working our way out towards the nostrils. And just adding a little bit of shading underneath the nose. From here, we're just going to work our way down towards the lips. Starting with the outside edge. Then just adding a little bit of shape to that center seam. And adding some texture to the lower lip. And then dropping a shadow underneath. And add a little bit more texture with the tip of our pencil, leaving a little bit of a highlight along the top edge. Now from here, I'm just going to add a little bit more shape to the front edge of the collar. Just adding a few bends across. And some folds along the side. And we'll lightly shade in the collar using the side edge of our pencil. Now from here, we're just going to add some texture to the front edge of the hair. Using the side edge of our pencil, just going to start from the tip and just work our way up. Just adding some rough texture. And then going back and just defining the outside edge of the head. And going back to darkening up the hair along the side of the sideburns. And then working our way around the perimeter of the head. Now I'm going to go back and just fill in the inside of the head. Starting from the bottom, just working with the flow of the hair. Just working our way towards the center. And I'm just adding a few stray hairs in between. Just tucking the collar in behind the side of the head. Just wrapping this around. Now go back and just darken up the inside of the collar. Now the hair is going to cast a shadow on the top of the forehead. So just lightly shade this in, just underneath these points. And just fade that out as we come down. I'm going to go back and add that detail across the left side of the head. Starting underneath the eye, just with a light shade, and then go back and add the wrinkles after. Now with the tip of our pencil, we're just going to define those wrinkles. Now we're moving back to the tip of our pencil and adding some details to the hair. I'm just going to go back and darken up the outside of the collar and just fade that out as we go in towards the center. And as you get near the end of a drawing, I'll tighten up my shadows and add a little bit more detail. And that's pretty much it. This is a sketch illustration of Obito. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. You can also drop your request in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.